Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah, continues to move in its range there, but we can see on the daily time frame already that it might be rolling over a bit, or at least it's testing the lower boundary line of our support here. It's just structural support, okay, so it's just the range boundary. It's not Fibonacci support, what I show here on the daily time frame, but you still see there's a lower boundary line, the lower line of the trend channel, of the range, the price range, and up there. So it's between basically here the 1.786 extension, which represents here the resistance level at 52,677 roughly. And then we have support down there around 50,500. So that's unchanged. But what we start to see here is something that looks a little bit like a descending triangle. Let me just change that. So you see that here we have the horizontal support line here, and then we have a descending trend line. It looks like a descending triangle. These tend to break to the downside, but that's, I'm not telling you it does. They just, statistically speaking, more often than not break to the downside. What I use more than that is obviously the Elliott Wave pattern, and we can see that on the 1 hour time frame. And I personally would prefer a test of the lower Fibonacci support levels, which I haven't got here on the daily chart, but we can just quickly show them. So this would be the lower Fibonacci support area roughly. Yeah, it's roughly between 40k and 50k, 47k and 50k. So here the 50% retracement is at $47,000. Only a break below that level will cause me to basically activate the alternative wave count, and the preferred wave count, well, it will become far less likely, basically invalidated. But until that happens, I mean, literally it could test this area a few times and then go up, and it would be preferred for the price to test this Fibonacci support area, because when we have an Elliott wave count, we know that in which wave, and I'm not showing the subwave structures here on the daily chart, but we know in which wave, which Fib levels normally are tested. And in this particular case here, they haven't been tested yet. And again, that's the area between 50 and 47k, and it just often is the case that they will be tested. So therefore obviously Bitcoin is getting boring. Altcoins quite interesting, but Bitcoin is getting boring. So that is not necessarily a problem, but it means that this correction we might just need to test these areas before the correction can be completed. And there is typically, corrections are not completed without red candles. Now, the size of this current correction, which started here on the 15th of February, that is very healthy. It's a good size for a wave 4 correction. And this is either the wave 4 in the white count, and the wave 3 already topped on the 15th of February, or it is a wave 4 within wave 3 still, which is what I show actually on the 1 hour time frame. We discuss that pretty much every day. But yeah, this is the preferred scenario, that we go up further in line with the white count, and the orange count is the alternative that will be activated below 47k, which basically means that we're likely going to revisit the yellow support zone down there before going up further. So now let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Here you see it in more detail. You see that a larger degree fourth wave bottomed on the 23rd of January, and that we're now moving up in this fifth wave. And as I said, fifth wave consists of another 1, 2, the wave 3 likely still unfolding, then 4, 5. And what we're doing here is probably just the development of wave 4 in wave 3. Yeah, wave 4 in wave 3. And so I've just shifted this to the right a little bit, because the price obviously moves sideways, doesn't really lead to any progress. But yeah, preferred would be that obviously within this third wave, we have here 1, 2, 3, now the wave 4, and then a wave 5. And even after this fifth wave, obviously, the structure could fail, so I will adjust the support area. But at the moment, the main bullish support against which I focus on higher prices is at 47K. That's for me the important level. Only a sustained break below that level sends us back into the yellow box and means that circle wave 4 here from the 23rd of January never finished. And then into the detail, yeah, not much going on here, but here you see this descending triangle. I mean, today it seems like Bitcoin is moving in the apex, within the apex of that triangle. And this typically means that a big move is coming, okay? Hasn't started yet probably, but a big move is coming. And often, you know, prices that when they move into the apex of a triangle, it's like as if they are compressed and then it's like a spring that you release and it suddenly jumps. So that could affect the entire sector if that happens. So just be prepared for that. A move to the downside, I think, is sort of preferred, but it also doesn't need to happen immediately. So this is just a structure as it appears right now as a reasonable interpretation. A wave, B wave, and the C wave down. If that happens, however, the C wave is quite long, so I'm not entirely sure about it. I just show what I think is a likely interpretation. It could also be that all of this is some kind of a WXY pattern in yellow, which already completed, WXY, and then we go up directly. So we don't need to test that orange box, but it appears likely. If we don't, that's fine as well. I mean, the trend is up. I approach this from a mindset that I say, okay, if we get into this region, and I think specifically the 48.3K level is likely, if we get into this region, then the market makes a pullback available and offers that opportunity. So I don't know if the market is that generous, so it might not do it. But then I would at least need to see a break above that next fib level at 52,860 to confirm that we're going up more directly. But so for me, the upside pressure is high against that support area, but doesn't mean we have to go down that low. We could just start a new rally from anywhere here. Yeah, and the signal then would be a break above that last swing high here and the 1.786 extension at 52,860. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.